On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 174. Recorded live on January 1st, 2017. Holy crap, first episode of the year, and it just so happened to be on the 1st, which is pretty awesome. So, if you don't know, my name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly, and as always, we are joined by producer Tom.
Guys, I have nothing cool to say. I'm sorry.
Why can't you say, like, I hope 2017 is a good one for you?
I said that last time.
No, you said Happy New Year.
And that's Happy New
Close
Year
enough.
means Happy New 2017.
Sure. So, man, it feels weird that it's 2017, but I'm excited. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but it's the same as 2016. It's just a new day, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I feel like it's an easier way to have like a clean slate.
It's a reset.
Yeah, it's a reset. And not even that. It's also just better now that all the holidays are over. You could kind of get on a schedule. You kind of figure things out a little bit easier. But regardless, we have a lot of awesome things going on. Check out the description if you want to submit your setup, if you want to join our Discord server where I'm on there chatting with you guys, having a good time. And everything else you want, skip the line, anything like that is all down below in the description. So without further ado, let's hop into the first setup of the day, submitted by miZak. I don't know. I don't think it's a real name. I think it's like his online name. But anyways, he's 27 years old, and he said that he uses this for a little bit of everything, and he will eventually be adding a third monitor when he gets a new GPU to basically finish up that triple monitor setup that he's going for. Now, kind of wish there were more photos. This is all we have, but at least it's far back enough that we can kind of paint the whole picture. And the thing is, the first thing really honestly I looked at was like, all right, he's got the rear speakers up there, and you know what, that's not awful because at least the other speakers are in the right spot, and
It's behind him.
And he has it pointing out. Yeah. So if you think about it, if he is sitting there, at least it's equal to where he's at. But technically it should really be like further behind him and kind of really give him, the whole 5.1 feel. But regardless, it's just something that, it's not the end of the world, but I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know. But taking a look at the rest of the setup, it is kind of hard to make it look sexy when you have that wallpaper. I don't know. It just feels like a doctor's office. Do you get that vibe?
Yeah, but he's trying to cover it up with as much shit as possible. So
yeah. Which is fair. I mean, that's what I would be doing. But he is 27. So I don't know what the scenario is there, but I'd take that down. Because, I mean, he's already got a kid. He's married. So I would assume this is his house. If not, if he's renting, then I'd be like, yo, let me just rip this shit off. I'll be doing you a favor. But, yeah, that's just how I feel. Now, the posters, as badass as they are, I feel like the one's in a weird spot in the corner, kind of a weird location for it. And then I feel like the shelf is a little too high up there. I'm not sure if that's the best way. Maybe, vice versa, have the posters a little higher and then have lower shelves that have more figures. Because the figures are badass. Yeah. I think they're really, really cool. Now, the actual desk itself, I mean, usability, out of sight, out of mind. I think he did a wonderful job with that. He doesn't have anything on there that he's not using. It's a pretty clean setup. The printer looks like it's hanging on for dear life, kind of off to the side there, which is fine. But it's just like you have the room, so I kind of
push everything over, please.
Yeah, like it's almost like a pointless, caution. So I think that the computer looks badass and whatnot, but take those cables a little bit, Velcro them, and then bring them behind. It'll make it look a little bit cleaner. And then I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about that red part of the desk, but I get it. He's got that black and red that he's attempting to go for, but it's definitely needs to be spread a little bit more, right?
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I would just not have a red desk because it's just weird to have a black desk and a red desk. It just looks weird. Yeah,
because I'm not sure if he really needs to go for a black and red or a black and blue or any color scheme, because look at, especially the posters, he's bringing in so many different colors. So having better lighting would be awesome too. Again, I always say this, but Philips Hue, LYFE, those cheap $20 bulbs, you get those, put different colors through, and this setup will look awesome.
This might be a weird idea, but you know how he has the 2 different color desks? Maybe that side of the wall with the black would be everything like black themed, and then on the left side of the wall have everything like red themed. Like, don't even have those posters.
That's
have
pretty
like
cool.
Red LEDs on one side, and then I don't know what LEDs you would have for a black desk, but
so just like go more if you're gonna have a red desk, at least like
if you can't get rid of it, or it's like a nice desk and you want to keep it, then maybe go for something like that. But Mortal Kombat's cool, so I mean, no problem there.
Yeah, and then he's got that green chair, which I think kind of completely changes what.
It's probably super comfy, but
yeah, reupholster. No, I'm just kidding. Just, a little something. But yeah, I mean, it's an awesome room, and basically the framework is awesome. I think that's the way to explain it. It's just the overall aesthetics and a little bit of this and that being changed up can really make this like a 10 out of 10 setup. And especially that third monitor, I think is going to kind of finish the puzzle and it'll fill up that big white spot. So I'm looking forward to that. But regardless of the fact, let's go to the next setup submitted by Jake. Now, Jake's only 13, and I know some people might actually think this, but it looks like we've seen this setup before. It was a setup spotlight, one of the early setup spotlights. I think I actually edited it. That's how early it was. And the guy in one photo had like the shoe on top of his computer or something. It looks the same, mainly because, it's the IKEA combo pack that we're looking at. Same part of the room almost. So some people, OGs of swashin, may remember that, but it is different. And that's kind of what's funny about these IKEA combo kits. So super simple. I mean, usability, you can't argue that it's nearly perfect. Speakers, great. Peripherals, using it perfectly. Single monitor setup, works good. Now, I don't know if he, takes the computer in and out, the laptop. My only problem with it being where it is, I think that's the spot for it. We've seen that done before. It works perfectly. It's just the cables are definitely a little too packed into that corner. I'd kind of give it a little bit of breathing room, and that'll probably make it easier to take it in and out, if you do. If you don't, then that's fine. I just clean up the cables a little. But I mean, yeah, it is a starter kit. He's got himself the fake plant. I think the guitar adds a nice touch. The microphone's nice, and then that what is that, like
fighter jet?
Yeah. Fighter jet is perfect. He's got the 3D printed Star Wars stuff. I mean, it's a really cool setup, and the poster above is cool. But I think a little bit more is gonna take this to the next level. Yes, you're going for Star Wars. Yes, you have, the wallpaper, the little things right there. That's cool, but like really sell it. Really get something big there. Either 3 posters, a big canvas piece, something along the lines of that. Other than that, though, I think everything else is super clean. What do you think, Tom?
I think, even though it's Star Wars and all that, I think you should have like black and white posters instead of having like the Kylo Ren like red lightsaber. It just looks weird. It doesn't like match the color theme, at least. I would just get black and white posters or a canvas black and white above. And maybe just change the wallpaper. You don't even need to go for a Star Wars theme. Everybody goes for a Star Wars theme. Try to be different. Something else you're interested in, maybe. Yeah,
I mean, that's a good point, because if you think about it, he's got the black and the white furniture peripheral combo.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it really, I mean, had it been all black furniture and then he was throwing red all over with the lightsabers and the Sith feel, I think that would have been awesome. But I don't think you need to do that. And like Tom said, it's still early enough to where you kind of pull out of the whole Star Wars thing and just go for a more minimalistic.
He has like the little 3D things and then wallpaper and a poster. Like,
yeah, and the wallpaper
is so little.
Yeah, and the wallpaper most of the time isn't even being shown.
No.
So I think that's actually a good idea. Someone said, "Is that fighter jet made out of chocolate?"
Yeah, what would it be made of? I don't even know.
I don't. I mean, my fat ass definitely thinks chocolate, and that would be awesome. But it's probably 3D printed. The only reason I say that is because he has other things that are 3D printed. So maybe that's what it is, and it's just like the brown filament. But regardless, let's go to the next one. Now, we just saw an awesome 13-year-old setup, and now we're looking at a 21-year-old setup. And yeah, I mean, his name's Edvin. He wants to develop video games, and he uses this setup specifically for gaming, watching Twitch, and coding. Now, the reason I referenced the last setup is because the cleanliness, the overall usability is wonderful. But this guy, who's a lot older, I mean, it's a complete opposite setup, and definitely needs some love, some figuring out, I guess you could say. The usability's got to be awful, especially if you're coding and stuff. I mean, this is just not good. And he's like, yeah, you go easy on me, man. It's a budget setup. It doesn't look like a budget setup. You have some pretty nice stuff, some extensive peripherals, a nice case. You know, it's not a matter of what you have, it's how you use it. And I think this is a perfect example of that. Good stuff. People would kill for some of that. And here he is doing, honestly, and I don't mean to be too harsh, but a terrible job. You know, the attempt at cable management, if you could even call it that, is pretty laughable. And I mean, it's a joke. It really is. I mean, a Signum would help you, but at the same time, I mean, that's a lot of cables for what's coming out of your setup. There's a lot you could do to fix this. The underside of the desk, super easy to fix. Really just pure laziness is the result for this. But the main setup, I don't understand why your desk is so far to the right, but your posters are off to the left. Like, why aren't you centered to that? I'm a bit confused there. I think that needs a little bit of shifting to figure that out. But also just the computer, yes, it's a cool case, the H440. It's nice. Put it on the floor. You don't need it there. It's taking up valuable real estate. You're squeezing yourself in. Your speakers don't even fit. And a good thing, honestly, would be to take the speakers, because they do look a little bit older, and you could take off the plastic shielding and just spray paint it black or red, and then put it back together, and you'll be all set. But I definitely think with the way everything's placed right now, this isn't ideal. And someone said, you know, he could just get a different desk. Yes and no. I mean, the desk is actually fine. I don't really think that's the issue.
They should utilize that space more. He's got like this whole space in between, I guess, the door frame and the window.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just use it at that point?
Well, he's saying like, oh, I'm on a budget. So the reason I'm saying this is because, okay, you're on a budget, but it's not like you're using a terrible desk that doesn't work. The desk matches and everything. But yes, over time, if you're going to stay in that spot, Tom's right. Look how much extra room you have. Even if you're not getting a bigger desk, you get a drawer off to the side where your PC can go on top. You get storage out of it, and it's a better utilization. But regardless of the fact, I mean, it's just, even for what you have, if you put the PC on the floor, the desk is fine. It's fine, you know? What do you think?
The amount of money you spend on spray paint to spray paint your speakers, you can get a new desk probably.
Well,
I mean, come on, let's be real. Like, you spend like another $10 more, you get like a Limon desk.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the actual theme is,
I mean, is there a theme?
It's two posters, but then again, another black and red setup. I mean,
it's pretty childish if you ask me.
Oh, Gambino. Okay, anyways. Let's just go to the next setup. Let's talk about theme here. I mean, this definitely has theme, submitted by Tim. Now, if you had to guess, Tom, how old do you think Tim is?
18.
16.
Okay.
Yeah, he's starting school for IT business. I think he's like overseas or whatever. Uses this setup for just, chilling, hanging out, doing what he does. And he's actually a big fan of the anime called Code Geass. Or Gas, or Gas, or GS.
Ruin an anime for me, man. It's called Gas.
Gas. You don't even know what it is, do you?
You can pronounce it another way too, but I won't say that.
Oh. Gas. But yeah. Really, I don't know. Someone someone can tell me in the comments. That'd be awesome. But, I don't think I've ever seen the two same posters in a setup used in a symmetrical kind of layout. Pretty interesting.
It looks cool. And
I think fun. It's better because it's an awesome poster. It's simple, but it just like pops, so it looks good. Someone said Code Gas. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, few things I'm not a fan of. Some things I do like, some things I don't. The first problem is I think it's mainly because you're tight on space, but looking at where the desk, the drawer with the hutch and all that is, it blocks part of the desk, which I know isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I wish it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Kind of like a unfortunate thing. But regardless, I mean, it doesn't change too much. He still has enough room. It's not the end of the world. But the shelf off to the left, you know, we see deodorant and Zippo and boxes and stuff. I kind of condensed that stuff we don't really care to see. Kind of put some of those. Why not get code gas stuff?
He's got plenty of. He's got wallpapers and posters and that.
Well, I'm saying on the shelf, that's terrible in comparison to how awesome the right side of the photo is.
Yeah,
it could be done better. A lot of people are talking crap about this guy because apparently it's like hentai. So I mean that kind of changes my feeling towards this setup. But
hey, people like what they like, bro.
We just can pretend like it's a football. It's a Arizona Cardinals setup. Yeah.
That's not the right red, but yeah, we'll go with
Well,
it.
I don't know. What else would be that red, Tom?
I don't know. I'm
So
not
shut up, Tom.
I'm just saying, like...
Okay, yeah, obviously I'm not doing color correction and shit. Asshole. But yeah, I mean, like, the cable management, it's good, but I think that corner piece could be fixed a little bit. Under the right monitor, I feel like that's weird having the Xbox. It's just, yeah, there's a lot... Okay, I don't really feel like talking about this setup anymore.
It's cool looking.
Yeah.
I think the walls are a cool color. I don't know if they like look brown.
They look brown, like shit smeared, but like a cool shit smeared.
Yeah, like, but it's not. But it's not smeared. It's painted
evenly
perfectly.
smeared.
Yeah. It's like someone took a bunch of shit and they like painted it on the
2
wall.
coats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Next setup submitted by Jakob. Now staying on this photo, this was submitted. And
I reviewed this setup. I was with you on the episode.
Yep. Episode 79. This was his submission, and you know, I told him, I was like, "Listen, man, this is a nice setup, but you done did a shit job with it." Now, I really wasn't that much of a dick. We gave him a pretty good score. We gave him a 75, which is fair. I mean, there's just so much he could do with this, and. You know, I think I even talked about how weird it was that the PC was at an angle. He didn't change that. Spoiler alert. I don't know. It's like a way to hide cables, but still semi-show the inside. But I was like making fun of the shelf. The shelf looks like a snowboard, skateboard. You rip that shit off the wall and you just ride it down a hill or something. There's a lot that I didn't like, but the overall idea was great. So let's go to the next photo. Start up from the bottom. Now we're here. First off, cable management. Huge improvement. Like, awesome. Now his monitor situation is even better because if you look closely, the monitors now, the middle one is being held up by its 2 friends.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. It's like come on, we got you, baby. Yeah, a 4x3, but better, and they don't look like shitty monitors. The color looks pretty accurate. A little different, not a little more contrast from the middle one. It could just be the photo, but I mean they're Lenovo. I mean it's not bad. It looks pretty good, and I think that the side people are saying. Well, one guy rather said take away the side monitors. I totally disagree. I don't care if they're 4x3 or not. He did a wonderful job with it. They look awesome, and I like the support look. It definitely is kind of trippy. Now, what's really funny about this is his theme. It's Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean. And I just want to give him props. That's probably one of the most unique themes we've seen so far. And I like that he really went with it. He really has the poster right there that looks pretty badass. He's got all the pop vinyls. You know, I like it. I think it's cool. There's more you could do with it. And I think that's a positive thing. The left side or the right side, you get one of like the pirate ships, the Black Pearl. And how cool would that look? Like a model, like not a huge one. You put it on the left side, and then you get like the sword or like his hat or something. Yeah. You pop that shit on the other side. That would look sick, and that would fill up those 2 empty spaces. I think that would look awesome. I think that's freaking awesome.
Would it be bad to have the PC on the desk?
I think...
Because wouldn't that be like, oh, don't you want to show off your case unless you're hiding something like cable management?
Well, I do think that's part of his solution for cables. But I do think it would be tricky depending on how wide it is in comparison to the desk. But if he was going to do it, the right side would be the best. Because obviously you'd see into the side panel. But it doesn't look like he really has anything going on in the case. If he had like NZXE Plus or something along the lines of that, I think it would look pretty cool. But I like that it kind of matches the drawer and it's down there. but I still think it should kind of just be. It's not like you're really going to see into it anyway. Might as well just put it up against the damn thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's awesome. I think there's a lot of possibilities, and that's what makes it fun. It's a little dull, I will say that.
It's simple.
Yeah, I think the problem is like the desk is it's a very, very light wood rather than just white, so it kind of looks a little more like it's like off color. So I don't know. I'm just kind of nitpicking, but I love it. I think it's great. Let me know what you guys think in the chitty chat. But you like it, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, it just, like you said, get some more theme on the desk, maybe, like, that ship and all that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff, though.
And someone said, oh, the monitor stands are different. Like, bro, oh my God.
Oh my God. But, oh my God, are they the same height, though? Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, God.
It's like, you have to really look to spot stuff like that. Like, anyways, I digress. The next setup, though, is submitted by Jordan. He's also 14. He uses the dual monitor setup on the right side for gaming and recording gameplay, and the iMac on the left is for video editing and recording. If you want to check it out, his YouTube channel is It's Real.
It is real.
It is real. It's real. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to stop that. So, take a look at the setup. It's nice, but there's stuff I want to change, and there's things that I'm not a huge fan of, and I'll go over that real quick. The bottom right. Look at the cables, dude. They're like, yes, there's Velcro, but it's like you're holding them hostage. You're like, shut the hell up. Don't ever say something. Put them in a corner, tighten them all up together, and, basically lock the door and don't let them out. That's what it looks like. So, not a fan of that, but I think the main thing here is sort of the usability on the right side. Another setup where the PC does not work on the desk because it's basically right up against the side monitor and like front humping the iMac. So putting that under the desk will make the setup look a lot cleaner. And then I think with that, because I'm not sure what you're going for, if you're trying to use that right display as a primary and then the other one's just like the side one, because you're kind of almost in front of it perfectly except not centered 100%. So if you're going to do that, you got to take the left monitor and you have to just completely turn it at like a 45-degree angle, and that would look a lot better. It might even work with the PC there, but I still think the PC shouldn't be there. Now the other thing if people are flipping out about, look at the mouse and just picture moving that to the right just a little. How do people do that? How do they act like that's actually usable? It's not. You got to get yourself a longer one. Whoever sells mouse pads that small should be like punched.
They never work. Like they never work.
They should be punched in, like, I don't know, the left testicle. Now, yeah, they have those keyboards that are super, super small. What are they, like the Duckies or whatever? Like, those are cool for that. But I mean, majority don't want one that small. Anyways, whatever. So, the left speaker looks like it's kind of playing hide and seek, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue. And then it looks like, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me that you're 14, but it looks like you've graduated from like everything.
Yeah, what's that certificate for? I wonder.
That, and he's got the medals and stuff. I can kind of see it. It's a competition.
Yeah, I can't
Winter
read that.
competition. Oh my God.
It doesn't say winter.
Is that a baking competition? It's 2016 winter baking competition. I could see competition. I know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure it says baking competition. Just kidding. But yeah, is that a lampshade on the floor? Bro, it's a lampshade.
Yeah, it might be, yeah.
What the hell are you doing with the lampshade on the floor?
And I like how he has his shoes right there, so in case he needs to leave, he just puts them right in his feet and just runs away with them.
Like that's good. Someone just said he has a subwoofer but no speakers.
Oh God,
the speakers right there. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I like what you're going for, but a lot of work is needed. So I'd play with that just a smidge. And again, another setup that needs a pop of color or a theme or something, because it's just very. Like, I like the Captain America thing. Like, why not throw that through the setup? It's such a white, like, bright ass
LEDs, bro.
Yeah, it's a blinding setup. You ready though for the next setup?
I guess.
All right, next setup is submitted by Aleem.
Okay.
Aleem, he said, you could just call me Slice.
All right, Slice.
What up, Slice? No, Slice. Why am I saying it like that? Slice is 13. And he's the homeboy. But yeah, Slice, he said that he uses this for productivity and gaming. He's working on a theme. He wants to get 3 posters to go above his setup. That's his words. And then he also said he wants a 90. I'm sorry, Aleem, you didn't get a 90. Very close, though. And it's actually kind of ironic that you want to get 3 posters because had you had the 3 posters, your theme score wouldn't be butchered. And you probably would have gotten a 90. So at least you know what you need to do to fix it. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. I mean, it's IKEA starter kit, fake plant. Everything is usable. Straight up works nice. Subwoofer, cool. Put that off right up against the Alex drawer. It will hide that cable, which is very neatly maintained. So good job. Just move it over so it's up against the drawer and you'll be fine. You'll be perfect. I mean, you'll be golden. Pony boy. Really though, I mean, that's about it. I don't think there's really anything else you need to do.
Wouldn't it have been nicer to have the Alex drawer to the left so that when he uses PC, he doesn't have to go reach around the Alex drawer?
I think he does that for a reason, though, to hide all the cables.
And that's a good reason.
And also to gangbang the PC.
But it's like you can't, like, if I were to zoom in on the picture, you don't know where the fucking PC is. You're just like guessing that it's just invisible or something like that. But it's just hiding that corner.
Maybe he hates how it looks.
And it looks okay from here. I mean,
he might be
know.
self-conscious, Tom.
Self-conscious about PC. That's 2017 for you.
Yeah, that's how you explain 2017.
Guys, it's like, I don't like the way my face looks or my PC.
It's like, oh, shit. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say about that. But it definitely is, like I said, gangbanged in the corner. So I agree with Tom. It would probably be nicer, just not even for the access to the PC, just for the PC itself. It's probably...
Oh, yeah, it's probably suffocating.
Anyways, let's go to the final set of the day, submitted by Alex, who's also 13. He enjoys playing tennis, riding his bike, doing things with animals.
While riding his bike.
Yeah. Creating YouTube videos, playing video games, tinkering with computers, and more stuff.
This guy's an entrepreneur.
He's doing a lot. He is. He definitely is. He recently moved in, and by recently, probably like 6-7 months ago. Again, I've been like really trying to get people to send updated photos, and just another episode where nobody has sent anything. So I gave him a chance, but you know, obviously that ruined his theme score. I just like shat all over it because of that. But yeah, so if you want to check him out on YouTube, this is his username. Now, anything that's supposed to be an S is a Z, just in case you're wondering. It's Mince YT Channel. I'm not kidding, like literally YT channels in his username. So yeah. So here's the thing. Great idea, poor execution. The right side, especially in the second photo, looks perfect. It looks clean. It looks nice. I'd probably recommend the mouse pad for it still. Seems like against that kind of like desk, it might not be the best usability. Don't you agree that the right side looks just about perfect?
Yeah. Is it just smudges on the screen, or I'm just like...
Yeah, he may have just like... I don't want to know what he did. Maybe he was playing with his animals
or something like that got wiped on or something.
Yeah. But yeah, that part's good. And even the corner's good. He's got a little photo.
Yeah, he's not stupid enough to put his monitor in the middle, like in that corner.
Which people do all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, he did a good job with that. The microphone looks nice. That's good. But I think the problem is the actual dual monitor setup. What are you doing? Oh, God. I don't know. I mean, the one speaker wishes that it could hang out with you, but it can't. Now, the other thing is I just think having the PC right there kind of makes it harder to put the monitor the exact way you want it. And actually, believe it or not, I think the monitor should be on the other side, a little bit in the corner, believe it or not. Not like people do it where they like literally put it in the corner, but touching and off to the side a little bit angled, I think that would be good. You can at least move the main monitor over a little bit. I think that would just work a little bit nicer, a little bit more freedom. Plus, having the computer where it is on that piece of furniture, the back side of that piece of furniture is what you're seeing. So you're seeing all that like corkboardish kind of material. Kind of looks like poo-poo. So I don't know if that's a drawer or what it is. A little bit weird though. I think the computer would look fine in the corner, wherever. That's god damn, the smudges on the iMac, especially in this photo too, are really bad. You really should probably clean that, dude. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, that part, the usability there kind of blows, and I think that's really your only issue. Now, this is what I want to say. If you go to the first photo and you look at the wire coming out of the, it's like a coax cable, whatever it is. No joke, I was like, this bro photoshopped his cable. Because look at the blue. Obviously, I'll explain it in a second, but look at the light blue. How it looks like just a line painted across. I'm like, this dude painted his damn wall. But that looked closely, and actually, no, he didn't. It's just a shadow from his desk, and the cable just comes out and stays like that. So I don't know if you got the same feeling. It doesn't look photoshopped.
A little bit. I mean, I could see how it's not Photoshop, but
if you go to the next photo, it also kind of answers, because like you'll see it's exact. He would either be like really consistent with his Photoshop skills, or it's just how it is in real life. And people are making fun of his pop filter. Yeah, I know.
It's out there.
It's out there. It's out
literally
there.
out there. It's like no one can use
pretty
it.
far out. Yeah,
he like combines like a Megazord or something like that. He pulls his pop filter and then his mic over to the side, like combine together to form the mic setup.
That's actually pretty funny if you think about it, because that's the other thing though. Don't you think that should have just been, if that had been out of the photo? Don't you think it would have looked a little bit better?
Yeah, and maybe unplug like the headphone cable too. Like if you were to wrap that up, it would have looked like cleaner too. Things
like that would really make a difference. So.
But he's young, so he's still learning the ways of setup greatness. So,
someone just said, "Where's the mic?" Oh my god! I don't know. It's one of those days. I guess.
Looks like a gun. It's understandable. I know.
Yeah,
it looks like an Uzi or something like that.
Don't you feel like January 1st, people are just kind of like,
they just got to get into it. That's all.
Yeah, just gotta get with
new
the
year, new me.
New year, new me. All right, let's get to the scores.
Oh god,
what?
No, I wasn't ready.
Oh. All right. First setup submitted by miZak. You got a 76. Jake with an 88. Edvin with a 48. Tim with a 86. Jakob with a 90. Jordan with the 64. Aleem with an 82. And Alex with a 62. Yeah, Jakob took away the cake off his Black Pearl Jack Sparrow shit. But yeah, first episode of the new year 2017. I think it was an okay episode. Maybe we'll switch it up a little bit, come up with some new things, fresh ideas, maybe a new layout. I don't know. Guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 174, recorded live on January 1st, 2017. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly, and be sure to check out producer Tom at Thomas Philly on Twitter. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I told myself I wouldn't dab.
Don't.
2017, please. And you know what?
Stop. Don't.
Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.